What is up, YouTube? It's your boy Wokey Bucks, and I'm back again with another video. So the topic that I'll be discussing in this video today is in regards to why feminism is destroying today's society, right? The one thing that you guys have to understand is that the reason that feminism is destroying today's society is because feminism is teaching today's women, right? Millennial women, women in general, how not to be submissive to their man. Feminism is teaching women how to feel like they are equal to a man and that they don't need men in their life and that they should be strong and independent and not depend on a man for anything that he has to offer into her life, whether it's spiritual knowledge, whether it's intellectual knowledge, and every other thing that a man can offer into a woman's life, right? She has this entitled belief where she believes that she can be equal to a man, but in all reality, that's not even the way that God made it to be. God made it to be that a man is supposed to be greater than a woman, so he can use his masculinity, right? And he can use his wisdom and knowledge, as well as his understanding, to be able to guide a woman so she can be the best woman that she can be for that man, right? As well as for herself. But a lot of women nowadays, they're listening to women that are butthurt, right? Women that don't really know what they want to be in life. That women that have gone through previous relationships where they felt like they weren't treated right and use it as an excuse to be able to do men wrong, to be able to feel like they are greater than men, right? But the one thing that you have to understand is that in all reality, the truth is that isn't the way to go. That isn't the way to go. That's the reality at the end of the day. That isn't the way to go. Women have to understand that if they're going to be in a successful relationship with a man, women have to understand that if they are going to get things the way that is going to benefit them the most, that they have to listen to men. Men, especially masculine men, are the leaders of this society, or are supposed to be the leaders of this society, and will always run the society. But the way that this society is turning out to be is that they are promoting agendas that are going to support these women that are trying to become more masculine by becoming feminine, right? Or feminists, my bad, that are trying to become feminists and feel like they can be equal to the everyday masculine man. No matter what a feminist does, no matter what a feminist tries to do, right? Because feminist equals masculine woman, whatever she tries to do, she can never be equal to a masculine man, because at the end of the day, a man is a man and a woman is a woman. Masculine women are trying to wipe out masculine men and men in general, right, from the face of this planet, but that's not going to work. A feminist goal is to completely eliminate men from the equation and make it seem like men don't contribute anything to the table. But in all reality, a man contributes his resources. A man also contributes his energy, which is more important than his resources. Because one thing that you have to understand is that at the end of the day, if a man is investing into you with his energy, with his time, and you waste his time, you are literally breaking that man, especially if he doesn't know his worth. And with all of these tactics, especially by these artists like Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, right? They are teaching women how to become feminists by not cooking, by not cleaning, and by using a man for his resources, right? And then from there, once they use the man for his resources and take his energy, then they're going to also claim that they're independent and strong after they've sapped him of his energy and his resources, right? They try to make it seem that they're strong and independent because they get their money off on their own, right? But in all reality, they get it off of men, other men. And some of these women as well too also resort to the tactic of using OnlyFans to make their money. Where is that money coming from? Men that are feminine, men that are simping after them, men that really desire them, but not in the right way. Men that desire them lustfully. You are looking at that woman from a sense of lust, right? This is exactly where they're getting their money. So does that really make them strong and independent? Not really. Because if that man is not giving you that money, if that man isn't giving you his energy, you're not going to be who you are. And then you feel like you're strong and independent. They are trying to wipe out that whole dynamic of a woman being feminine by calling it feminist. The one thing that y'all have to understand, especially as ladies that are watching this video, If you are a feminist, if you are moving towards feminism and are believing that you can be equal to a man and the dynamic can be 50-50, listen, the dynamic can never be 50-50, and that's a fact. The dynamic will never be 50-50. Even God made it for a woman to be submissive to a man. All of these agendas, all of these plots that the world government, right, is trying to pursue to make it seem like the woman should be above the man, not even 50-50. They claim they want a 50-50, right? The feminists claim that they want a 50-50, but in all reality, the feminists are even training the younger generation and the younger generation and the younger generation of women to feel like they are above the man and all they need to do is use them for their resources and they'll still call themselves strong and independent. But in all reality, they're not strong and independent. But they're trying to push this agenda so you guys who are not really sure can believe it. You have to know the truth. You have to know the truth because the truth is at the end of the day, they're not strong and independent. And feminism, which is turning these feminists into lonely women who are butthurt and angry and sad, is not going to get you the results that you want in your life. That's a fact. It's not going to get you the results you want in your life. You have to learn how to be submissive to a man, right? You have to learn how to be submissive to a man and listen to what a man is trying to tell you so you can be able to grow as well too. Because without leadership, without guidance from a man, using his spiritual, especially a man that's masculine and is also spiritual in that same sense too, you're going to be lost. The type of society we live in, most of these women are easily influenced by the media. They're easily influenced by Instagram, by TV shows. They're promoting these agendas to make women feel like they have all the power, especially in this gynocentric society, right? So when masculine men, when spiritual men like myself come out and speak on this, I get shamed. But in all reality, when people start going through what I'm talking about, then they understand the truth. You can never allow anybody to shame you for speaking the truth. You can never allow anybody to shame you to get you to do what they want you to do. You have to be honest. You have to be honest. Feminism is not going to work in this country. Feminism will never work in any part of the world because that's not the way that God wants it to be. And for the ladies that are watching this video, for the ladies in general of the world, you need to stop allowing people like Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion and Nicki Minaj and all of these women, right, influence you on how to become a woman that you're not even meant to be. Right? You need to start respecting men because at the end of the day, we have a lot of value to offer to the table, especially us that are masculine men. But the men that make it hard for us to be able to exude our masculinity are feminine men. And that is because of the dynamic within the relationships, right? That is the dynamic within the relationships. They don't allow men, or they don't want men, to exude their masculinity. When men exude their masculinity, they call it toxic. It's not toxic. That's the way it's meant to be. That is the way that it's meant to be. You have to embrace it for the way it is, and you have to want to be submissive to him. You have to want to listen to what he has to say, right? And that's not to say that you shouldn't have any opinions of your own, but at the end of the day, you also have to respect what he has to say because of the fact that he is the man, and he is giving you his energy and his resources, right? He's giving you his energy and his resources. That's a fact at the end of the day, man. You have to understand that for what it truly is. Because the thing is that they want you to continue to be asleep in this matrix and not realize the whole social dynamic. You need to realize it for what it truly is. But back on the topic about feminine men, man. I want you guys to continuously be feminine. The society that we live in teaches you from an early age that you need to view yourself to be lower than the woman. That you need to view the woman to be higher than you. You need to cater to all her needs. If it's raining and there's a puddle on the ground, you should place her jacket on the ground so she can walk over your jacket, and you disrespect yourself. They don't want to teach you how to be masculine. Even all of these single mothers as well too. When they give birth to their children, especially if the child is a dude, if the child is a boy turning into a man, right? The one thing that you don't understand is that if you don't put your child on, especially as a woman or especially as a mother, and teach your child, which is going to be your son, about female nature, he's going to get played by all of these girls, and you know that. But because of your own sentiment, you're not even going to tell your son the truth. That's why it takes a masculine figure to come into the child's life, to come into the whole family dynamic, and to take charge. Because that's the way that God wants it to be, and that's the way that it's supposed to be. So all of this feminism thing, right? All of this feminism talk, it needs to end because that's not the way that it's supposed to be. All of these agendas that are being pushed, they need to stop because that's not the way that it's supposed to be. This society is veering off completely from the way that God wants it to be even. Gender roles are there for a reason, right? We can always improve in every single area that we can improve, but at the same time as well too, they're there for a reason. Follow the way things are for the way that they're supposed to be so you don't end up getting hurt at the end because you understand that you're in a situation that you're not supposed to be in. So when you're in that situation and you end up getting hurt because you know you're not supposed to be in that situation, you're going to end up losing. Stop trying to be different and be who you're supposed to be. Right? So if you understand, it's because you're woke. But if you don't understand, you're not woke. This is going to be the end of this video. If you like this video, make sure you go spam that like button, leave comments, share this video with your friends, you follow what I'm saying? Subscribe to the channel at WokeEbucks, WOKEEBUKS, to have that notification bell to get all the latest videos that I post. Patreon link will be down in the description. Social media links will also be down in the description. Make sure you give those a check. More videos are coming up this week, so make sure you check them out, you follow what I'm saying? Without further ado, this is going to be the end of this video. This is WokeEbucks, and I'm out, man.